Well, that Kentucky straight. A little wild, but just my style. Looking like a shot I can take. Oh, Patron, it's me like a semi-truck, Corona and a lime. I'm stirring it up. Red Bull in my vodka to start the party. But she's smooth like bourbon with a single rocker. LA moves and small town talk. Only been a few minutes, but I can see this girl's gonna make her mark on me. Make her mark on me. My heart is rushing, feeling some kind of something. One drink and I think this girl has got me buzzing. Patron, it's me like a semi-truck, Corona and lime. I'm stirring it up. Red Bull in my pocket, start the party. But she's smooth like butter with a single rocker. LA moves in small town talk. Only for a few minutes, but I can see this girl's gonna make her mark on me. Make her mark on me. Yes, she's gonna make her mark on me. Make her mark on me.
Oh yeah, brother.
Thank
I,
you.
I think I got it worked out. I think I finally got it worked out, man. Yeah, I was having a couple little technical difficulties. They do happen when you don't have a team of hard workers over here to run sound for you, do your video for you, and all that. So apologize to y'all at home. For those of y'all, happy Sunday to you. And Xavier Joseph is my first guest of the evening. We have Mr. J.R. Herrera coming up right after that. But as for right now, man, make her mark, dude. That's the current single out to radio, and it is kicking butt and taking names, man. It got a good little start there, dude.
Good start so far. I mean, I don't want to jinx it or anything, but so far we are doing. This is the best release single of the gig that I've had so far. My first top 50 single that was released about a year and a half ago or so. That reached. I mean, that was my first top 50. That was the most exciting song I had released up to date. This one is. I'm watching how it goes. This one's beating it by double digits across the board on all the different charts on the streaming platforms, everything across the board. So hopefully that momentum stays stay strong. So
Well, it's good news, dude, and a great song. I'm enjoying it. That's a for me, for my experience with you and knowing and listening to your music, man. That's a little different approach you took on this one. You want to talk a little bit about that?
yeah, so the I'm not a drinker at all. I know, and honestly, if I wasn't doing shows, for me personally, I wouldn't be hanging out in the honky tonk. So for me, this song doesn't describe me on a personal level as some of the other songs that I have written and recorded too. But the reason why this song uh, was fun and why the idea for this song came and to release it, record it, all that good stuff was since we do spend so much time hanging out at the honky tonks and getting to like right now on stage, you get a good glance of the whole room. I feel like we get to make this little. The whole song is about a guy who this girl walks in, he gets bowled over, and he's knocked out harder than any liquor that he could drink all night long. He takes his breath away, and she knocks him out so hardcore. And standing on stage, watching, I feel like we get to make that scenario happen multiple times a weekend. We get to watch the guy over here in the corner with his guy friends, waiting for that perfect song that we're going to sing to come over there and either start dancing or get rejected or whatever it is. We get to watch this little scenario that we're singing about play out. And that's the most fun part. Is getting to create those moments where people are nice that they'll remember and have fun. And that's kind of what we create. And that's why this song kind of spoke to me because I feel like we create this moment over and over again. And I did also want to put out something different. I wanted to put out something different than what I'd released. I think I released about 4 or 5 singles to radio. And I really wanted something that was different, that came out the gate strong, that was fun. Um, and so there was a couple different motivations behind releasing this single, and wanted to kick the year super strong, and we felt this was the best song to do it. So we have content planned out for the whole year, and they're all going to be bangers. They're all going to be exciting songs, but we felt this was the right one to get everybody everybody moving and grooving in 2023. It's going to be a fantastic year.
I'm digging it, dude, and I like all the stuff that you're doing and rolling out strong in the new year, trying some new experimental stuff, working on your YouTube channel too.
Yeah,
So hopefully this video, will be available for you to repost up on your YouTube channel too, and it is live right now on the Sebby Music Group and also on Texas Internet Music Television. If they're watching on Texas Internet Music Television, they're seeing this program right here, right now,
yeah. No,
and it's on the radio station. So you got all mediums covered.
yep. This year is all about trying some new things and really building on the successes and the momentum that we built in 2022. 2021 was my first full year as a full time artist. So it was a little touch and go, a little weird. We were still kind of coming out of the pandemic or whatnot. But 2022 allowed me the opportunity to really start building my schedule full on, doing all the touring, doing a lot of social media, kind of figuring out what works. So this year is really kind of building upon what worked in 2022. So I'm excited to see where it goes. And if this year, I mean, this month so far, January, we're almost done with it, has been um, just out of this world. So if this month is any indication of how the year's going to go, then I'm looking forward to it. And I hope you guys are too, because there's going to be a lot of fun music, a lot of good stuff coming y'all's way.
Well, I'm digging it, man. Let's get back into music.
Yeah. So this next I'll play for you is actually my first top 50 radio single. It's titled "Worst Best Way." The song that I thought I was going to sing. I've opened up almost every single show for the past year and a half with this song, so it threw me off a little bit not to start off with this one. But I wanted to play Maker's Mark right off the bat. I just love that song so much. But this is one of my, I'll say, my second favorite song at the moment. This is titled "Worst Best Way," my first top 50 Texas radio single. Slow down, just a couple of words. Won't take much. Little bit of gasoline, start back up. Then I'm down the stairs, down. Gotta get your lips on me. I want you in the worst way. Like a drop in the ocean, turning into a tidal wave. Just pull me in and spin me around, 'cause girl, I want to be with all the pain. I'ma wreck this heart the best you can. See how much I can take. Yeah, I want you in the worst best way. I want you in the worst best way. Cross that line. Tell me what's wrong with one phone, one more. 'Cause I don't know. You know I play. Just wind me up the way you do until you hear me say I want you in the worst best. Just pull me in and spin me around, 'cause girl, I want to do with all the things the best you can. Let's see how much you can take. Yeah, I want you in the best way. I want you in the best way. Drop in the ocean, turning into a tidal wave. Just pull me in and spin me around, 'cause girl, I want the good with all the bad. Come wreck the song that you can. Let's see how much a man can take. Yeah, it's just a matter of time until I'm ready. Yeah, I want you in the best way. I want you in the best way. In the worst best way. Yeah, I want you in the best way.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Doing a fantastic job as always up there, Senor.
Thank you.
I appreciate making that trip, dude. I found out a secret. His wife's actually in town working, so I don't feel so bad about him driving now.
Leave tomorrow at 4:45 to get my daughter before she for daycare. We can't get her in there before after 10 o'clock, so it's going to be early morning, early morning. But I wanted to come out and hang out over here with you, so I'm going to make it work.
Cool, man. Well, cool, man. Let's keep that music rolling. And, we'll catch up here in about 15 minutes halfway through and get a little bit more in depth with what you're working on and what's coming up and anything exciting, any shows you've got going on where people can find you and all that good stuff.
Sounds good. This next one I'm going to play for you all is a song that, honestly, every time I drive through um, the hill country, I'm from Houston, so it's all flat. It's just all flat as can be. So when we come out here, start seeing all the hills and all the beauty and the sunsets and all it reminds me of why I recorded this next song. I'm going to play this for you. This is titled Never Been to Texas. I seen a man on the TV. He was out in California talking about where we came from. He said the reason we're all here is purely accidental. The evidence all points to evolution. Well, I took a sip of coffee, stepped out of my front porch, looked up at the sky, letting out of my old horse, and I thought, you ain't never seen a sunset out west, a cactus or a paintbrush in the springtime. You ain't never seen a coyote crying, a young colt take off running in the sunshine. Well, sometimes we overthink it, but I thought a lot about it. And the only thing that makes any sense is if you don't believe in God, you ain't never been to Texas. I wish all the non-believers would cross that old Red River, 'cause it would open up their eyes. When I wake up every morning and I looked out at heaven, Lord, it ain't hard to recognize. If there's anybody out there still trying to figure out exactly what life is all about, well, I say, you ain't never seen a sunset out west, a cactus or a paintbrush bloom in the springtime. You ain't never seen a coyote crying, a young colt take off running in the sunshine. Well, sometimes we overthink it, but I've thought a lot about it. And the only thing that makes any sense is if you don't believe in God, you ain't never been to Texas. Oh, if you don't believe in God, you ain't never been to Texas.
Nice job, my friend.
Thank you. This next one I want to play for you guys is a song that I released this past summer. It's titled Wherever the Wind Blows. lonesome highway, little east of Dallas. Long hard day breaking horses on the farm. It's a downtown dive bar stage, but hell, it's on my way. And I love a reason to drive under the stars. And my next ride is never too far. Wherever the wind blows, wherever the beer's cold, anywhere they wanna hear a song about chasing down a rodeo. Wherever the flag flies, wherever cowgirls shine, I can feel that air in my hair, waiting on a new sunrise. Wherever the wind blows, oh, 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 oh. Oh, it's a roadside motel, neon sign, coffee cup diner, open all night. It's a Main Street map dial, anywhere the trucks stop, where they say see you next time instead of goodbye. Yeah, wherever the wind blows, wherever the beer's cold, anywhere they wanna hear a song about chasing down a rodeo. Wherever the flag flies, wherever cowgirls shine, I can feel that air in my hair, waiting on a new sunrise. Wherever the wind blows, oh, 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 oh. Wherever the wind blows, wherever the beer's cold, anywhere they wanna hear a song about chasing down a rodeo. Wherever the flag flies, wherever cowgirls shine, I can feel that air in my hair, waiting on a new sunrise. Wherever the wind blows, oh, 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 wherever the wind blows, oh, 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 wherever the wind blows. Thank you.
So I got a question for you, and I love that you do a lot of the original stuff, and I know you do some covers too. I wanted to give you a little curveball and a challenge, and I wanted you to play your favorite cover tune currently that you do in your set list with the band or with your when you're performing acoustic. What's your favorite? Actually, let's do the one that you like to play performing acoustic, because that's a different thing.
It is a different
When
thing.
you got your full band, dude, there's certain songs that you know that you just can rock out to and dig and get into this vibe. And when you don't have that, acoustically, there's songs too, and you know what I'm talking about. That you're like, man, I own that song. I love that song. What would you say is your strongest cover acoustic? And would you mind playing it for us?
Yeah. Let me think real quick. I mean, so this in 2023, we took a lot of feedback, a lot of the requested songs we got, and started adding those into our full band set. I'm adding a lot of those as well into acoustic set, but obviously some of those don't translate over as good. I'm working on. I mean, I have some new ones that I really like that I've added, but I wouldn't say that any of those are my absolute favorite. I'm gonna play one that I'm pretty sure I've played on this show. I've probably played on other shows as well. Because of all the acoustic songs that I play, this one it's one of those that makes me feel some type of way. It's a beautiful song. It's a special song, and it's one of those songs that no matter how the set's going, no matter if there were some mess ups, whether it's acoustically or with the band or whatever, this song will always be perfect. Today's gonna be the day I mess up like hardcore, but it will always be just good and exciting and fun and beautiful. So I'm gonna play you this song. This is "You Look So Good in Love." you sparkle, know how you shine. The flush on your cheek is more than the wine. He must do something that I didn't do. Whatever he's doing, it looks good on you. You look so good in love. You want him, it's easy to see. You look so good in love. Well, I wish you still wanted me. He must have stolen some stars from the sky and gave them to you to wear in your eyes. Well, I had my chances. Well, I set you free. And now I wonder why I couldn't see you look so good in love. You want help, that's easy to see. You look so good in love. Well, I wish you still wanted me. Darling, I wasted a lot of years not seeing the real you. Tonight your beauty is shining through. I never took the time to let you know before he takes you away. Please, let me say, you look so good in love. You want help, it's easy to see. You look so good in love. I wish you still wanted me. You look so good in love. You want help, it's easy to see. You look so good in love. Well, I wish you still wanted me.
I feel you, homie. I knew it was you. Nobody
Thank
else
you.
blow on me like that.
Thank you.
Hey, man. Good choice.
Thank you.
I mean, how can you go wrong with old King George?
Oh, you can't. It's not one of my newest ones, but it's one of my absolute favorite ones. I don't care if it's 3-hour sets, 4-hour sets, 5-hour sets, 30-minute sets. That song will always find its way into it. It's one of my favorites.
It's funny you say that, man. One of my favorites when I perform is definitely to Cowboy Rides Away. Is usually the one I go to, so that's funny, man.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't go wrong with it. Like you just can't. So yeah, we have that one. We also play the chair, when we do our live performances and whatnot. And we're really, when we go do our band stuff, we're high paced, we're fun, we're exciting. But everybody convinced me that I should throw in "He Stopped Loving Her Today," and I did. And it's hard because it's so slow, but it's so beautiful, and everyone gets out and dance. So now I dig it. I love it. But that one took a little bit for me to warm up to because it's the tempo is just. I could go off stage, take a big drink, come back before the next verse. Like it's so slow, but it's such a beautiful song. So yeah, we got so much good stuff. I'm really excited about what this year is gonna bring. And we'll actually be here. We'll be in San Antonio next weekend. We'll be at the Rustic next Friday here at the San Antonio Rustic, and then we'll be at It's not in San Antonio. I don't even know where it is, but it's on the way back to the Houston area from San Antonio, not too far away. It's called the Office Bar and Grill or something along those lines. So I'd have to figure out, but yeah, we'll definitely be in the Rustic on Friday of next week, starting at 9 o'clock, 9 or 9:30. So
Nice, man.
I wish I could remember my whole schedule in my head all the time.
You know what? I wish I could do the same with mine, man. That would be a like a stupid human trick. So let's talk a little bit about transitioning from 2022 to 2023
Yeah,
and your team strategy, your personal strategy, things that you learned along that journey, and in the last year, and what you're doing different this year, and any advice you could share with any musicians that are out there, because this is a tough deal, and man, there's so much information out there and so many different sources, tools, apps, things you can use, and sometimes you get lost in all of it, and it's hard to focus on what you actually need to do to move the needle forward and get things moving in the direction that you want them to. So, any advice you could share of what you learned last year and what your plans are?
yeah. The biggest thing that I would say is the difference in terms of approach. Not so. I mean, there's a whole lot of content stuff and everything, but in my approach to everything that I'm doing is, last year I really tried to. I don't want to say force, but for lack of better word, I tried to force things that needed to be done. I really was like micromanaged almost myself. Not even others. I micromanaged myself and made myself um, do a bunch of stuff, put on deadlines, put on different things, and just forced content that I needed to produce just to produce it. While I always made sure it was good quality, it was like it almost didn't fit like the flow that I was feeling that week. So for me, it didn't feel authentic. The difference in approach for this year is to literally just kind of follow, make a plan, work hard, get the content prepped, all that good stuff, but kind of just let go a little bit. I mean, we're up here, we're getting to play music, we're getting to enjoy it. I don't know if my last show that I'm ever going to play is this weekend or if it was last weekend or what, so it's like go in there and enjoy the process. I know it's kind of cliche and doesn't help anyone move forward, but it's very important to enjoy the process as you go forward. That'll allow you to put out more relatable content and allow you to really keep that fire going the whole time, because there's a lot of no's, there's a lot of people ignoring you, there's a lot of all sorts of insert things that makes musician feel bad here, there's a lot of it. So keeping that passion, that flame going for your music is very important, and that does require a little bit of just letting go and trying to enjoy the process, because I mean we can't plan out every single thing we're going to do. We just can't. There's a limit to what we can do as musicians. Um, where the weekends are going to take us, where different things are going to pop up, different for content, what you're going to be able to financially afford to record or to produce or whatever. So you kind of have to let it plan your best and let life do what it does. I feel like when you sit on social media and you watch other artists, sometimes that can be very helpful, but it can also be very I'm just gonna say like destructive to a certain extent, depending on who you are and how you look out the world. And you kind of start wondering, well, why can't I do that? This, I've performed with this guy before. We're just as good as each other. Why can't I do this? Why can't this? Why can't? There's a lot of whys. And one thing that someone told me recently that really is like my theme for this year is literally going through this year focusing on the I ams instead of the what ifs. So don't focus on what if this happens, what if that happens. Focus on I am this type of artist. I can do this. I bring this to the table. And I think that type of mentality will help you move forward across the board. Let your content become authentic and genuine. All that good stuff. You have to be in a good headspace or none of this stuff is going to work out. I know everyone's got their own situation. So this is kind of like a very broad piece of advice, if you will. But for me personally and for the other artists that are in it, where you're just right there, where you're needing the agents, you're needing the things, you're needing the next step. That's a really hard place to be. But I do think every step of the way is a hard place to be.
It is, man, and you said a lot of really good things there, and you can tell that you've been through this and you made some good decisions in your progress, man. And you're right, it is an uncomfortable place to be when you finally realize, man, I need these agents, I need this, I need that, I need a radio promoter, and I need a team behind me, and I've got to get people doing my marketing, and I got to get this going and that going because I can't do it all. And you can do it all, but it's almost impossible if you don't know what you're doing or don't have experience doing it. You can learn anything.
Mm-hmm.
And you can be independent 100% if you want to do that as an artist, as a creator, in any industry or field. But at some point in time, knowing that you have limitations and knowing those limitations, I think is a big part of that. And you're right, man. When you're looking at what another artist is doing, if there's a guy that's just doing it all himself, he might have a marketing degree. You don't know. He might know, or he might have been studying for years to get to where he's at. You don't know what other people's journeys are like or what they've done. So do not compare yourself to another artist. That's very unhealthy because you're not in competition with them. The only competition you have is yourself and to be a better artist and to make that progress. It's all about progress, not perfection, and to be making progress to
Mm-hmm.
get you to the next level. And if you're not doing that, you're doing it all wrong.
Yep. And the biggest piece of actual like active advice I can give is that as artists, especially the males, for some reason, we just don't like to do the social media stuff. You have to your website, pick a social media that are your favorite, one or two. Figure out how to nail those the best way you can. Get your website, get your email list set up, get those things done. Don't make it so that someone goes to your website that potentially is going to book you and they see that you haven't updated it in 3 months. You're promoting a song from a long time ago, or you have shows up there that from 6, 7 months ago, and it looks like you haven't performed. Keep your online presence updated and fresh and new, and find something that means that's special to you that you can post about, that you can really bring people in with. Because ignoring it completely, I don't think you have to be on every social media platform. If TikTok's not your thing, if Twitter's not your thing, you don't have to be on it, but you can't just ignore it completely. Like, that's just not, in this day and age, it's just not an option to just say, I'm not going to do any of it, and I'm just going to do shows, and someone at a show will find me, and I'll become the next big thing, So,
Yep, man. Solid advice there. Where can people find out more about you and find you? How do you prefer? How do you like them to work through your social media, your website, all your marketing, everything you've got going on?
yeah, so for me, the easiest pivot point, if I had to tell somebody one place to go, it would be my website, because that's a great way to pivot to everything else I'm doing. You can sign up for the email list. There's multiple ways. A little box pops up. There's a little part at the top to let you sign up. It's very easy to sign up for the email list, to know where the shows are, what's happening, all that good stuff. But my Instagram is there. The current music that's being promoted is there. All the past music is there. Promo videos, shows, everything that you would need, all contact information, merch. The whole merch site is on this. I mean, the best pivot point is the website, xavierjoseph.com. But if you're a social media buff, and that's where you go to find people first and foremost, you can go to Instagram or Facebook at Xavier Joseph. Boom, I'll be right there. YouTube is now Xavier Joseph as well. So yeah, I mean, honestly, it's harder not to find me. You can Google Xavier Joseph and all the stuff will pop up as well. It's harder not to find me than to find me at this point, because I try to be everywhere.
And man, that's a really good problem to have, and I love that you're using as your top of the quote unquote funnel, as we speak in marketing terms, that you're using the website, because we talk about this a lot on the podcast when I'm working with clients, if I'm coaching or doing artist management with someone or working with them on their social media, and they don't use their website correctly. I'm like, look, man, think of it this way: you don't own any of those 100,000 followers that you have on Facebook. In fact, if Facebook decided tomorrow that they don't like what you said and they took you off that platform, you just lost all your followers. If you have a website and you're using it properly and you're doing that newsletter and creating a place for your actual fan base to have a permanent home, is what I'm saying. And it's so important, man. I know websites seem like they're so old school, but really that is the only content you truly own. And no matter what you're doing, whether you're, a contractor, a painter, work construction. Let's say you have a dog grooming business, whatever the case may be. If you're relying on social media and you haven't been watching and paying attention to people that have been getting deplatformed, you might want to start rethinking your process there.
See, for me, even when I'm going to do something as simple as like find a contractor to work on my home or something along those lines, I might find them on social media via an ad, or someone requested that I put out something, and someone told me, hey, check these guys out, check those guys out. And if I go to the website, I'm probably not really going to read all the things they put on there, but if one website looks good and updated and the other one looks like it's never been maintained, I'm probably going to go with the one who actually cares about the website. So even if someone's not going to read all your content, watch all your videos, the fact that it looks good, maintained, and sharp, that shows the person that's looking at it that you as an artist actually care. Like I got a lot of grief at the beginning because everyone's like, "Where's the merch at the shows? Where's the merch?" And it's like, I don't feel I can produce good looking merch that people will want to buy. And I feel you really only have one shot to come out the gate, whether all eyes are on you or not at the moment. Like you have one shot to come out the gate looking professional. So it's like I wasn't going to bring anything professional that I couldn't. So it's making sure that you take the time and invest. I mean, you're going to have to invest some money in this if you want to do something. It doesn't mean go run up a credit card with $20,000 credit line, and blow all your money on gear and crazy stuff. But you're going to have to invest something, whether it requires you to save or what you're going to do. But you're going to have to invest in a good website. You're going to have to invest eventually in some paid ads. You're going to have to invest in your time. You're not going to be able to just go in your room, in your basement, whatever, practice guitar forever, and then come out the gate thinking everyone's going to love me because I can play really, really good. At the end of the day, there's people who can play way, way, way better than me, who I know are just sitting there in their mom's basement, just like dinking around on stuff. So it really requires you to get out there and start doing things if you want to actually have some sort of success in this business.
Amen, brother. Well, let's jump back into that music, man.
Yeah.
And thank you for sharing all that information with everybody. That's super helpful and very valuable information. And you didn't have to pay for it, folks.
I try to be I've gone through in these 2 years, I've done a lot of trial and error. So I've tried to, give as much knowledge as I can. But at the end of the day, no, a lot of people don't like to hear that it requires work. They're looking for that person who can like do it for them. So
yeah, there is no shortcut. That's the real simple. I really hate that when I don't hate it, but I just dislike it, I should say. When I get that client that calls me up and they're, midlife, over 35, and especially in the music industry, and they're like, all right, man, I've done this, I've done that, and now I'm ready to do my music career. And I need to know how to get there as quickly as possible because the time's ticking. I don't have time. And I'm like, then you probably should not go into this at all if you don't have the time to put in, because there is no shortcut.
Yep. So, well, anyway, let's get back into this music. I'm going to play you guys a single off my debut album that released about a year ago. It's titled Natural Girl. When it's all too much, when that email don't stop, when the traffic's jammed and you want to tell your boss right where to get off. Baby, call me up, I'll be your 7th grade. Your blue sky, mountain high, sunshine, getaway. You can hold me tight, let me be your whole world. Come on over tonight, we'll do what comes natural, girl. I'm talking jeans and t-shirts. Don't put no makeup on. We'll do a little letting go before this moonlight's gone. Baby, call me up, I'll be your 7th grade. Your blue sky, mountain high, sunshine, get away. You can hold me tight, let me be your whole world. Come on over tonight, we'll do what comes natural, girl. Don't put no makeup on. Baby, before this moonlight's gone. Well, baby, call me up, I'll be your 7th grade. Your blue sky, mountain high, sunshine, get away. You can hold me tight, let me be your whole world. Come on over tonight. Come on over tonight. We'll do what comes natural, girl. Let's do what comes natural, girl. Thank you. Next one I'm gonna play for you guys is a song that I was at a radio interview once, and the guy told me to play him a song that my dad and I used to listen to in the truck. And you know, my dad grew up in Mexico City during the '70s or whatnot, so he never kind of grew out of that. He still listens to that same stuff to this day. So unless I wanted to play some like soft pop, some Barry Manilow, some whatever that era of music was. Which I wasn't going to do. I had to figure out what other song I was going to play and how I was going to kind of pivot to play something that made sense in the moment. So what I decided to do was play a song that, instead of a song that we rode around in the truck in, to play a song that made me think of him, that reminded me of him and the teachings that he's bestowed on me throughout my life. So this is the song that came to mind. I just was kind of lucky that I had been practicing it and thinking about playing it, so it was kind of the perfect time to throw it into my set, and I've kind of been singing it ever since. So hope you guys like it. It's titled Real Men Love Jesus. Real men like fishing, fast cars and living. Out on the edge so far, they're gonna need forgiving. Real men like football, cowboys and outlaws. Can't help but fly so high, it's gonna hurt to fall. They like Saturday nights out on the town, Sunday morning coming down. A pretty girl out on the dance floor spinning round and round and round they go. Cold beer and a dirty head, calling home every chance they can. Say I love you, they don't need a reason. Real men love Jesus. They love mama. If they can get more than 40 hours, you know they're gonna. They give it hell till they get it right. The kind every country girl's trying to find. Every girl's daddy's kind of guy. Ain't scared to pray, scared to fight. They're like Saturday nights out on the town, Sunday morning coming down. A pretty girl out on the dance floor spinning round and round and round they go. Cold beer and a dirty hand, calling home every chance they can. Say I love you, they don't need a reason. Real men love Jesus. Real men love Jesus. Real men love Jesus. They don't believe in leaving. When the going gets tough, they just keep on keeping. They're like Saturday nights out on the town, Sunday morning coming down. A pretty girl out on the dance floor spinning round and round and round they go. Cold beer and a dirty hand, calling home every chance they can. Say I love you, they don't need a reason. Real men love Jesus. Real men love Jesus. Thank you. I love sleeping in on Saturday. And I love college football games. I love not acting my age. Good barbecue. I'm a fan of Falk and the Bucks. Anything my mama cooks. Smallmouth bass has got me hooked on Sunday afternoon. Yes, I love good cold beer, mustard on my fries. I love a good loud honky tonk that rocks on Friday night. Hell yes, I love my truck, but I want you to know, honey, I love your love the most. Man, I love how Redman takes. Damn, I love my NASCAR race. And this song sung by George Strait is country at its best. Yes, I love good cold beer, mustard on my fries. I love a good loud honky tonk that rocks on Friday night. Hell yes, I love my truck, but I want you to know, honey, I love your love the most. Well, I love scuffed up cowboy boots, broken tore up jeans, four-wheel drive, 8-point bucket, rocky road ice cream. Hell yes, I love my dog and Jack D in my coat. Honey, I love your love. Yeah, I love your love. I love your love the most. Love your love the most. Thank you. Next song I want to play for you guys is a song I don't usually get to play because it doesn't quite fit into the whole honky tonk scene too much when I go out there and they're all looking for a good time. But this is one of the most special songs that I've ever written and that we ever recorded and put out. I don't think this one went to radio. This is really special because this one came out. When did it come out? May of 2021, which is when my daughter was born. And I've been playing it in a little bit, so hopefully it goes well. But I was right about to go. We were like days before going out to cut the last few songs on my debut album, and my wife and I found out we were going to have a baby. We had no idea what the gender was. We had no idea anything about how to prepare or how to be parents or anything. So we had very little to go off of. So we had a big writing team on this one to kind of help pull ideas from. But all I knew is that I really wanted this experience that kind of really came out of left field from what we were planning on doing with our future. And I really wanted it to be documented in a very, very special way. And since this was the first big project I had released, I really wanted it to be kind of there with me in my career for always. So it ended up becoming a title track of the whole album. And it was a very, very, very well received and popular Spotify song. This is one of the first songs that made it on editorial playlists. It came out the gate on like 3 of them, and it was a fantastic song. So I'm so grateful that everyone loved it as much as I do, because it's just one of the most special songs to me. So this is titled "Built with Love." We don't know you yet, feel like we have forever. We haven't seen your face, but we already know your name. Pink or blue, bows or blue, we don't really care. We know you're just the same. Thought we knew just what we were expecting. Turns out God had a store, an even bigger blessing. He's shaping you, but all the while he's shaping us. Taking just three hearts and making one family built with love. The best gifts in this life never know you need. Like seeing your sweet smile as you're riding by my side, helping grandma jokes with grandpa, Christmas joy and laughter, hearing your little voice singing right along with mine. Thought we knew just what we were expecting. And turns out God had a store, an even bigger blessing. He's shaping you, but all the while he's shaping us. Taking just three hearts and making one family built with love. This journey that we're going through brought her to me, brought us to you. Just like horses were made for running, made for loving you. Thought we knew just what we were expecting. Turns out God had in store an even bigger blessing. He's shaping you, but all the while he's shaping us. Just three hearts and making family built with love. Taking just three hearts and making one family built with love. Thank you. So we're going to end this thing with the song that basically kicked off this whole thing. The first song I ever sent to radio, the song that I was never been more nervous to start something than I was when I was going to send this song to radio, because this was the real deal. We've been saving up. We'd recorded. I recorded this one over here at BGM Studios. It was the song that made me move back from New York City. It was a whole different story, but yeah, it was a lot of something specials in each one of these songs. So song that kind of started it all. So this is Long Overdue. You walked in and every head starts turning. You're a walking, talking angel, that's for sure. But in your eyes, I see there's something missing. But I know what it is you're looking for. You're long overdue for some loving. Well, you need someone to hold you all night long. If you want romance, honey, just give me a chance. 'Cause you're long overdue for a love. I can tell you've seen some stormy weather. More than once a man has let you down. But I'm the kind of guy who likes forever. You can count on having me around. 'Cause I'm long overdue for some loving. You need someone to hold me all night long. If you want romance, honey, just give me a chance. 'Cause you're long overdue for love. You might think that you don't have a problem. You might think I'm coming on too strong. But this now won't happen all that often. You might be better off to take me home. 'Cause I'm long overdue for some loving. Oh, I need someone to hold me all night long. Honey, I need romance, honey, give me a chance. 'Cause I'm long overdue for love. If you want romance, honey, just give us a chance. 'Cause I'm long overdue for love.
Y'all make some noise for
Thank
Mr.
you.
Xavier, Joseph.
Thank you so much.
Man, brother, I cannot thank you enough for being here and for sharing everything with us. And it's a pleasure working with you and Team Steen and everything we get to do together behind the scenes. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this all pans out for you in 2023.
Yep, you and me both. But thank you for having me on here. It's always a good time.
Yeah, man. Well, we're going to take that short pause for the cause, y'all, and we will be right back here with you. So listen. Don't go anywhere because we're going to be back with J.R. Herrera here in just a minute. So you'll definitely want to stick around for that, and we will be right back with you. How about that? Oh, yeah. Y'all stick with us here if you're watching on Texas Internet Music Television. We're going to get a sound check for JR. There's no way to avoid that and stay live streaming. So you get to hear JR's sound check. That's always fun. It's like a behind the scenes moment for you. That quarter inch should be right there on the stool for you. Yeah, make sure you look at it, not me. Yeah, because I'm way over here. I've got it muted. You're good. I bet. That just means I'm gonna make it even harder on you now. Yes.
Mic test. Test, test, test. Mic test, 1, 2, test, test, test. Testing, 1, 2, mic test, 1, 2.
Check it. You got a tune because you care. JR tunes because he cares about your ears. All right, give me just a little verse or a chorus or something real quick so I can make sure your levels are good and fix any.
Alone in some little town, different dives, same old Wednesday crowd. There he sat, the end of the bar, gray hair loose, half-smoked cigar. He said, I felt what you're feeling right now, and I've seen the best all fall down. Tonight I church. From a life lived wrong, I heard the word. That night he changed my mind at the last place to learn wrong from right.
All right, man. Yeah. I think we're good. Yeah. All right. Well, let's bring everybody back with us here at Goofy's. And if you're joining us now, welcome back to Texas Music Radio Sundays, right here live from Goofy's every Sunday, 7 to 9 p.m., featuring two different up-and-coming artists in the Texas music scene. Or every now and then we get some visitors from out of state, and we throw some curveballs too. It just depends on what's going on. And if you'd like to be a part of this show or be a guest on the show, just reach out to us and let us know, and we'll see what we can do about getting you on. But I'm going to bring this wonderful young man, Mr. J.R. Herrera. Y'all welcome, J.R.
Hello. Yes, thank you all so much for hanging out.
And I'm just going to let you get right into doing your thing, baby.
You know, you'll have to excuse me because my allergies are really bad today. It's a little, I turn around and sneeze and whatever. You know what's going on. I could make my mind not to see you again. Just carry on with all the things I should be doing. There's not a thing that you left me in this world that doesn't remind me of you, my sweet baby girl. Oh, I'm just not that strong. Oh, I'm just not that strong, yeah. In this bright summer rain, I could stay quiet and enjoy the feeling of the cold drops pouring down under the sun. There's one thing I know, you have been perfectly clear. I should just stay away and let my wounds disappear. Oh, I'm just not that strong. Oh, I'm just not that strong, yeah. On the corner of Main, outside that little old dive bar, we kissed for the first time underneath those moonlit stars. I have yet to face those places that we held in high regard. Each one turns back to a page with that same little scar. Oh, I'm just not that strong. Oh, I'm just not that strong, yeah. Possibly gain, holding on to my own pride and not walking away. Oh, oh, oh. One day I know, once the cold is finally gone and the sun has risen again and is back to shining down, I can hold my own and hold my head way up high, be free of ill emotion lingering and say goodbye. Maybe I'll be that strong. Maybe I'll be that strong, yeah. Yeah, one of our tunes entitled I'm Just Not That Strong. Yeah. So I wrote this song during the lockdowns. As a lot of us did. A lot of us just did a lot of writing and a lot of, well, drinking, I guess. I was really, really missing just being in a dance hall listening to country music. So here's a tune entitled "Let's Give It a Shot." We released it summer of not 22, but 2021, and we got up to number 57 on the Texas country music charts with this song. A black dress and cowboy boots, a little hidden cross tattoo. You pulled me in from a mile away. I try to get to you before you walk away. You're drinking beer, but let's face it, I'm gonna need some stronger to make it. Let's forget about the crowd. Bartender, another round. Let's give it a shot. I'm buying whatever you want. Let me take you out on the floor. Give me a long, slow dance. Just one chance to make you want me more and more. When the song stops playing, we can hang around. At 2 a.m. I get to walk you out, and maybe a kiss in the parking lot. Let's give it a shot. A packed bar and a full dance floor. You just won't smile, and now I'm yours. With those gorgeous eyes, you know I'm surprised. I haven't had a fight off any of those other guys. I gotta hurry, babe, what's your drink? On the rocks, maybe straight up, what do you think? Let's give it a shot, I'm buying whatever you want. Let me take you out on the floor. Give me a long, slow dance, just one chance. Make you want me more and more. When the song stops playing, we can hang around. At 2 a.m. I get to walk you out. Maybe a kiss in the parking lot, yeah. Let's give it a shot. Let's do this one more time, right? Yeah, let's give it a shot. I'm buying whatever you want. Let me take you out on that floor. Give me a long, slow dance, just one chance to make you want me more and more. And when the song stops playing, we can hang around. At 2 a.m. I get to walk you out, and maybe a kiss in the parking lot. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Thank you so much. Yeah.
I hear you suffering up there, brother. Where did you play this weekend that you ran into some nasty stuff, or is it just seasonal?
It was when I got back here.
Yeah?
It's at Cedar.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was fine yesterday. We were in Midlothian, south of Dallas.
Cool, man.
And everything clears up.
Then you get back down here, and it's like,
comes back, yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's okay.
Well, in Canyon Lake, man, I think the Cedar's a little bit higher probably than it is in some other areas, especially in San Antonio where you live, man. Right, I know it's not quite that. I mean, you get residuals.
You have there's days that are fine. It's very low.
Depends on which way the wind's blowing, right?
Dude, something.
Yeah. So how was the weekend of shows, man? Did y'all have a good time?
Good, yeah. It was great. It was our first time playing there. Great response with them.
Cool. Yeah. Can't ask for more than that.
That's right, yeah.
And you're getting to new places. I see a lot of new ones popping up on your schedule.
A lot of new venues, yeah.
Yeah, Seventh Planet doing some good stuff for you.
Kelly and Seventh Planet kicking ass.
Yeah, she is, man. Yeah, she's a badass, dude. I love that lady.
Yeah, she's
and
been
her team.
Yeah, her and Shay and everybody.
Good choice.
So I wrote this song about my. I have this one picture in my head. This is how I wrote the song. It was my very first country acoustic gig. I grew up playing mariachi music down in the valley, down in Edinburgh. Played for 10 years with a group, and knew I wanted to do country music eventually. So this was my first year teaching. I used to be a middle school science teacher. I taught for 3 years, and my first year teaching, I decided to quit the mariachi stuff and start kind of pursuing country music. So this song is based off of that, with this one experience, my very first country acoustic gig on a Monday night at a little dive bar in Edinburgh, Texas, called the Cubby Hole. It was free. There was like 5 of us in the bar, including the bartenders. So here's a tune entitled The Next Big Show, and it seems to kind of just be telling its story over and over as we grow with the band. I've had the band now for a little over 5 years, and it's just a grind and just trying to pick up new venues, trying to get your songs out there and trying to do better with everyone. And there's so many different facets and that have to do with just, I mean, Jesus, if I had known what was going to go, all the things that go into this, I don't know if I would have done it.
Man, a lot of people don't know what they're getting into. They think
Right, I
they
didn't
do,
know.
but then but imagine doing this for 20 years and finally figuring out the whole time you've been doing it wrong.
Right, yeah. And there's guys that do that, and then they...
Right here.
Yeah.
You're looking at one, man. I made every mistake in the book, dude, and that's why now I've taken my time to kind of turn it around and step off the stage and try to help those that are trying to do this not fall into the pitfalls that I did.
At least be more efficient.
Yeah, man.
Sure,
I mean, you're going to run into stuff, and no matter how prepared you are or what team you have, I hate to say it, but shit's going to happen.
It always does.
Yeah, but I mean, it's how you recover from it and knowing what to do next when something bad happens. I didn't know how to do that. I'd just freak out, and do the wrong thing.
It's
knowing how to do the right thing and recovering gracefully.
Yeah, trying to do it better the next time. And anyways, all I wanted to do was just write some songs and play live. And I didn't know what I was getting myself into for sure.
Here you go.
And there you go.
Welcome to the show.
Right, yeah. So this is a tune entitled The Next Big Show, and it pretty much just tells that story. Laughed at and looked down on, you're never gonna do it, son. You don't walk the walk, you might as well quit and go back home. The first one had me hiding behind whiskey, my guitar, and an empty tip jar. Playing unpaid, paying my dues at my first big show in that empty bar. I'm running down this endless road, I'm on my way to the next big show. Who the hell knows where this is gonna go? They're trying to go after the impossible. I'm headed down to the next big show. There's a few more people tonight than the last few nights combined. But every time I sing it right, they say, hell yeah, sing it one more time. I'm running down this endless road, I'm on my way to the next big show. Who the hell knows where this is gonna go? I'm trying to after the impossible. I'm headed down to the next big show. God knows the boy may sure as hell ain't gonna walk away. With every single passing day I'm gone. I'm running down this endless road, yeah, I'm on my way to to the next big show. But who the hell knows where this is gonna go? And trying to go after the impossible. I'm headed down, yeah, I'm headed down. I'm headed down to the next big show. Yeah, the next big show. Thank you so much.
You know, man, that's actually one of my favorite songs of yours, dude.
Thank you. I like that one a lot too.
Man, well, you know, it relates to, you know, the struggles and the things that we go through, definitely. And I think it's a relatable song for anybody that's ever dabbled in or been in the music industry, or anybody that follows it closely knows. Some people don't know, but a lot of people do know what these artists go through. Yeah. I'm coming to find out. I thought maybe nobody knew, and I'm starting to find out some fans are a lot more in tune, and some of them are super supportive. And God bless the ones that are and that support independent local musicians and up and coming artists. You know, the guys that have already made it and that are on your corporate terrestrial radio stations and getting all the airplay and everything, they're there. You know, if you like something that you go out and you see a show and you like it, man, get behind, buy some merchandise, share their stuff. That's one free way that you can help an artist is share their social media. It's a free way. Sign up for their email list. Help them out if they're in the area. Come by and see a show. Buy a ticket. Do those things. Those are things that help elevate them and move them to the next level. Because as an indie artist, they're probably not looking for that 360 record deal because they don't want to lose the rights to their publishing and to their songs, and they don't want a $4,000 a month paycheck and then be screwed at the end of it all.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. And there's all kinds of record deals out there, and some people want that. Some people are cool with that. They'll sign on the dotted line to get the company behind them, the record label behind them, and they don't care if they don't retain the rights to their stuff. But most of the people that I know in this scene are really trying to do it like you're doing it independently.
Very independent, yeah. There's a lot more of those coming up.
It's tough. Sure. It's a tough road, dude, because you know, unless you have some major financial backing or know exactly what you're doing, man, you're gonna have to grind a little harder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but at the end of the day, I mean, you're seeing more guys who started out independent who are now making it big.
Oh yeah,
just being independent.
One of the best examples of how it was done. There's really no super right or wrong way, you know, definite line in the sand. But Cody Johnson did an excellent job. Yeah, he held out.
He's the biggest one.
He held out. Yeah, stayed true to his craft, man, and grind and hustled and knew that it wasn't just going to happen. And you know, he wasn't opportunistic. I see a lot of that in this music scene, especially in Texas.
Yeah.
A lot of artists, especially the older artists that are getting in it late to the game, man, they're very opportunistic because they think that they're going to take a shortcut, and there are no shortcuts in this business.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, sometimes it's tough. It's tough to not take that shortcut, or what you think is a shortcut, right? It's tough to not do it because it's sitting right there in front of you.
And you think it's going to be the quicker way to, or a path to success.
And it rarely is. It rarely is. Yeah.
You're pulling out all the gold tonight, aren't
you? This next song took me 6 months to write, a ton of help. And I finished writing it the day after my mother passed away. We released it as our second single to Texas radio. Here's a tune about learning life lessons in a bar entitled Tonight I Went to Church. Alone in some little town, different dive, same old Wednesday crowd. There we sat, the end of the bar, gray hair loose and a half-smoked cigar. He said, I felt what you're feeling right now, and I've seen the best all fall down. Tonight I went to church. From a life lived wrong, I heard the word. That night he changed my mind. At the last place to learn wrong from right, I saw the devil and I saw the light. looked at me. He asked for 2 more. He said, I've been through the best, and I've lived through war. I pray for those afflicted and misled. I don't hurt others over thoughts in my head. Stories of lost pain and doing without. Every lesson and every doubt. Tonight I went to church. From a life lived wrong, I heard the word. That night he changed my mind. At the last place to learn wrong from right, I saw the devil and I saw the light. I sat and I listened as he talked. I shook his hand and walked on out. Tonight I went to church. From a life lived wrong, I heard the word. That night he changed my mind. At the last place to learn wrong from right, I saw the devil and I saw the light. I saw the devil and I saw the light. Tonight I went to church. Thank you so much. Yeah. I think we're halfway through this. Cheers, folks. Thank you all for hanging out. Hope you're enjoying the songs. What about? We're not ready for Merlot yet, right, Mark? Not yet. We're saving until the end. So we got this song I'm working on right now. We kind of rewrote a lot of stuff and lyrics and stuff, but I'll play the version that we play with the band at the moment. So one thing that I like to do that's I think a little bit different in the process of how I write and stuff is I like to write it, put it out on social media, kind of gauge the engagement, and then if it goes well, I'll start playing it acoustic, and then I'll write an arrangement for the band. And so we have a handful of these songs that we've recorded where we had full band arrangements already, and then I took that live version to the studio to our producer. I'd say this is the song. This is what works well live. For me, it's number one is a live show, right? What you do live is over everything. And excuse me. Bless you. I think I'm fine. Yeah, maybe a few. Thank you. Just in case. Excuse me. It's it. It's those allergies, man. I'm trying my best. I hope my voice doesn't sound too shaky. No, it's fine. Thank you, brother. So this is one of those songs that I'm real excited. I think Mac Damon, our producer out of Helotes, he listened to this song and he said, "Man, that's a radio single right there." I didn't think it would be. I thought we would release it as like a B-side kind of thing. But him and I sat down and we kind of reworked the lyrics. You know, it's always better. He's a hell of a songwriter too. So I mean, we've done some real good work together in like 3 songs already that we're releasing. And just sitting down and just making the lyrics better, you know, and having that extra talent next to you that says, okay, well, what does this line mean? You're just dissecting every little line. And so he kind of helped me do that. But I'm going to play the version that we haven't started recording yet. But here's a tune entitled String Me Along. it's just about chasing somebody that you know is never really going to be yours. So you're saying, I know you're going to break my heart, but no matter what, I'm still going to be here. You can just string me along. So this here. You go. 9:51 p.m. She said I'd better run. It's getting late, I'd better go. And this is always fun. One more sip of goodbye kiss. She fixes her lipstick. She grabs her purse and her keys, and I know this is it. Again she leaves and leaves me wanting more. But we both know where I'll be when she knocks at my door. Darling, string me along, honey, I know where I stand. Pull on your string and I'll be back again. Crush all my dreams and crush my heart against the wall. Tied to your string is better than nothing at all. Yeah, we both know where this is gonna go. You get your fix and I'll get my heart broken just once more. I know I'm not the one and I'm trying to be strong, but I'm still staring at my phone, praying that you call. Darling, string me along, honey, I know where I stand. Pull on your string and I'll be back again. Crush all my dreams and crush my heart against the wall. Tied to the string is better than nothing at all. String me along one more time. 1, 2. Darling, string me along, honey, I know where I stand. Pull on your string and I'll be back again. Crush all my dreams and crush my heart against the wall. Tied to your string is better than nothing at all. Tied to your string is better than nothing at all. Yeah. 9:51 p.m. She said I'd better run. It's getting late, I'd better go. And this is always fun. String me along, yeah.
Yeah, I could see.
We're working on that one.
Now, and I've seen or heard other versions.
Yeah.
Interesting, man. I like the.
We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah.
I like that, and there's a lot to be said about that when you go into a studio, and we'll take the time real quick to bridge that really quick. I think that'd be good content for those that are listening online that are looking for some leadership and guidance from you personally. Can you talk a little bit about what that process is like going into the studio? And the reason that I'm asking this, I'm sure you know where I'm segueing to, was that you've worked with a couple different producers, and when you go to different places, you learn different things, and you get a different feel. Can you kind of pontificate on that? What you can talk about on that, and share with them what that experience is like and why it's important to sometimes make a different change and try something different.
Yeah, so this is the third studio that we work with. The first studio that we did the entire album, that first album. I think we paid like $2,700 for it. I mean, we got it super cheap. And the guys in the band, we spent like 2 or 3 months rehearsing, and they all recorded every song. We went in like 2 days and recorded the entire album, and that's why we got it so cheap. And did that, and I decided to kind of go with another guy whose song production I was kind of liking. So we did a few songs with him as well. This last studio though has been an interesting experience because it's really like I leave every session. It's like songwriting sessions, vocal sessions. To once we're done with a song, the last thing you do is the vocals. Like my brain hurts. I'm so tired. I'm like mentally just he gets everything out of me. This producer, and we'll sit there and write songs. I'll take him these songs that I have, and we'll sit there and just tear them apart. So that's the most important thing that I've learned is trying to find people that you can work with that will push you and get the best out of you, as opposed to going into a studio where there's nothing wrong with that either, where they just let you do your thing, right? There's like this producer that we have. He really goes in and we dissect everything. He expects a lot, and he pushes me to my limit. I've left every session there like completely worn out mentally.
Good.
And it's good.
Yeah, no,
but the songs are better for it.
Right, and it's just it goes to speak on the volumes of yes, there are producers that are out there that have different approaches, and sometimes
there's nothing wrong with that either.
No, sometimes letting you do your own thing, the magic happens, so to speak. That magic you're looking for, and then sometimes an artist might need a little push in a different direction, need to fine tune on some stuff, and that's why I really love what happens over at Stone Creek. Mac does take the time. He might not be the least expensive game or option in the scene, but he really does take the time with his clients to try to get them the best product they can out the door. And I think that speaks volumes in anything that you're doing and anybody you're working with. If they're going a little bit of an extra mile to do something different and try to do maybe something extra that somebody else doing the same job wouldn't do, and they're independent. They're in business for themselves. They're not a corporation or something. You absolutely want to gravitate and support those type of businesses and people because they're rare finds.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. And thanks for sharing that. And what do y'all got going on, man? What's the plans for 2023? What can you share with us?
So we released Merlot. She drinks Merlot, and I'll play that here in a bit. But our goal this year is just to, we're working like kind of full time with our booking agency now, Seven Planet. They've kind of been with us for 2 years maybe, helped us grow out of San Antonio, pick up these bigger venues and bigger shows. And so I've turned over my band booking to them as of like last week. And anyone who knows me knows that I'm a huge control freak when it comes to my music. And so that was a very big step.
No.
You know that. Yeah.
No.
It's very hard for me to let go. It's very hard for me to let go.
Rightfully so, though, brother. Right. There's a reason why you protect your baby like that. And this is your livelihood.
Right. Yeah, yeah. So that was a big move for me personally to say. We had that conversation with Kelly and our booking agent. And he said, yeah, I think it's time for us to kind of do this and go that route, right?
Well, I'm digging, dude, the changes you're making, the direction you're taking. Last year was a really tough year for me personally, and I'm sure it was for you guys too.
Yeah.
And for a lot of reasons, not just the economy, but there's other things that were going on.
There's always other factors.
Right. And, in personal lives, and then there's, also, mostly in personal lives that can really affect management, artists, promoters, everything, man. Everybody has their own personal life too. And even if they're on your team, yes, they have a professional job to do, but they are people at the end of the day. And I think even in management, sometimes we forget, hey, that artist is a person. Right. Or as a promoter, hey, that artist is a person, and maybe they're going through some hard things. Because I know I went through a bunch last year. Was terrible, dude. Right. It was like the worst year I've ever had in the music business.
We're just putting that award show together, man.
That was a nightmare. We're not playing that game this time. We're doing it right here at Goofy's on May 21st. So it's going to be nice and easy, and 180 people is going to be the max for it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to scaling that down this year and not stressing.
Yeah, keep it simple. Yeah.
Yep, super simple. Like so simple that Kara could do it. Kara's back.
She's got it.
Recovering from her hip surgery. Y'all say a prayer. She's got one more
Yes,
to
ma'am.
get. You got one more to get replaced, right, Miss Kara? Her doctor's telling her to do her left side now. They got the right side knocked. Yeah, lefty and Poncho need to get worked out. And I already noticed your mobility is a lot better. Yeah, I was worried about my girl. Okay, shout out to TSAOG, whoever that is, over in San Antonio. There you go. There you go. All right. Well, Miss Kara is one of the songwriters from the songwriters workshop here, and she actually took over that workshop for me. Yeah, you had surgery. You had to take a little break. But that is every Tuesday night here at Goofy's from 7 to 9 p.m. If you're a songwriter and you want to get out, I encourage you to come. Yeah, JR should come do a class. Yeah, that'd be cool. All right, man. Well, we got time for 3 more, so I'll let you plan it.
So I'm, like I mentioned earlier, I'm from the Rio Grande Valley down in Edinburgh, Texas. Grew up down there. Went to college down there. Taught a couple years of middle school science down there. This is before I had tattoos all over the place. And I moved to Sacramento, California to chase a bartender. And as you can probably imagine, it didn't go too well. I lived there for 6 months. I ended up back in Austin. Taught another year because I needed a job. And then I quit in the middle of the year, and I said, I want to pursue music. So there's a whole story behind that. I ended up on Carnival Cruise Lines playing country music for them for a few years. Met who's now my manager and my business partner, one of my best friends, John. I met him on ships, and I moved to San Antonio because he lived here, and that we wanted to start the band together. So we started this project back then, 5.5 years, 6, something like that. And so this song is on the album. It's a tune entitled "The Rain Is Cold," and it's about leaving your home, taking the chance, and trying to find, who you are in a better life. The rain is cold, and my heart is warm. And those big green lights have my eyes open wide. They lead the way to another home. It's so full right now. And for as long as I can see it through, these Texas signs and these cannon lines are gonna lead me far away from you. And so I'll drive. I'll let this highway decide if I lose it all or when to drop. As long as I make it through another night, and the sky is dark, but it's just a star, and I'm far away from home. And the rain is cold, and I can see everything I've passed and everything in front of me. Every drop that hits those painted lines are gonna wash it away and leave it all behind. And so I'll drive. Don't let this highway decide if I lose it all or when to drop. As long as I make it through another night, and the sky is dark, but it's just a star, and I'm far away from home. And the rain is cold, and the rain is cold. One more time. And so I'll drive. I'll let this highway decide if I lose it all or when to drop. As long as I make it through but it's just a start. Been far away from home, and the rain is cold. And the rain is cold. The rain is cold. Thank you so much. How we do? So this is the song I'm most proud of right now. We just released this song to Texas radio on January 1st, and this song's been on quite a journey with me. So I co-wrote it with two buddies from Louisiana, and man, we worked the hell out of this song. And then I recorded it with my last studio, the studio I was with before, and I didn't like the way it came out. So I said, "I'm sorry, I'm not using this. We're scrapping this." And so there was some words there, but it happens, you know. And that's why I ended up transferring to the studio that we're at right now with Mac Damon at Stone Creek. And I said, I've got this song. We have a live version. We've been playing with the band for like a year already, and it's probably the heaviest hitter that we have in our live show. And I said, I already have a live version. I just need you to do what you do on it. And so this was the first time I really had to like just take a step back, let go of the reins, and just let him do what he did. And he did a hell of a job on this song. It's on Spotify, iTunes. It's called She Drinks Merlot. And this is the job that he did on this song was the reason we agreed to do a whole album together. So we're releasing 10 songs every 3 months. We're going to release a single until we build up to the entire album. But here's She Drinks Merlot. There ain't a classy little corner bar that she can sit at for very long without some uninvited attention. She can get the best of anyone, but there's only one that she's hanging on. He's the one she'll never mention. 'Cause when she's in the sunshine, she'll drink tequila and a lime. And when she feels like dancing, she'll pick bourbon every time. When she's happy, she ain't hard to please. She'll choose a cold beer over anything. But when she thinks about letting her go, she drinks Merlot. She can go out in the city and knock them down without feeling guilty, 'cause they can really dance her like that. She'll see a picture in an old frame. Those new files don't burn the same. And so she pours her another glass. 'Cause when she's in the sunshine, she'll drink tequila and a lime. But when she feels like dancing, she'll pick bourbon every time. When she's happy, she ain't hard to please. She'll choose a cold beer over anything. But when she thinks about letting her go, she drinks Merlot. this one more time here. It goes, when she's in the sunshine, she'll drink tequila and a lime. When she's in the sunshine, she'll drink tequila and a lime. When she feels like dancing, she'll pick bourbon every time. When she's happy, she ain't hard to please. She'll choose a cold beer over anything. But when she thinks about letting her go, she drinks Merlot. She drinks Merlot. So she drinks Merlot.
Strong song doing strong things right out the gate for you, my friend.
Yeah.
And that's an exciting thing. You got one more that you want to take us out with real quick, and we're going to call it a night. And I want to thank you for being here, sir.
Thank you, bro.
And appreciate.
I'll do a piece of another song.
Yeah.
So during our live show, I've been doing She Drinks Merlot, and then I go into this. I like to play something from where I'm from at every show, just a little piece. Like I was saying, I grew up down in the valley, and I grew up 10 years playing in a mariachi group. And so if y'all don't mind, this was my favorite song to sing in Spanish. We'll just do a piece of it here. Perdona si te estoy llamando en este momento, pero me hacía falta escuchar de nuevo, aunque sea un instante, tu respiración. Disculpa, sé que estoy violando nuestro juramento, sé que estás con alguien que no es el momento, pero hay algo urgente que decirte hoy. Y estoy muriendo por verte, agonizando muy lento y muy fuerte. Oh, vida, devuélveme mis fantasías, mis ganas de vivir la vida, devuélveme el aire, cariño mío, sin ti yo me siento vacío. Las tardes son un laberinto y las noches me saben a puro dolor. One more time here. Vida, devuélveme mis fantasías, mis ganas de vivir la vida, devuélveme el aire, cariño mío, sin ti yo me siento vacío, las tardes son un laberinto y las noches me saben a puro dolor. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you, but I couldn't fight it. I guess I was weak, couldn't even hide it, and so I surrendered just to hear your voice. Thank you all so much for having me. Thank you.
Yeah. Y'all make some noise, Mr. J.R. Herrera from the J.R. Herrera Band. And don't forget to call your local and internet radio stations and request his current single, She Drinks Merlot.
She Drinks Merlot.
We got some work to do, man, but I would love to see that hit a top 40.
I think we'll get there.
We
can do it.
We got plenty of time, man.
Oh, yeah. We just started. We're 3 weeks in.
Yeah, man. I mean, come on, dude. We know this roller coaster ride. It goes up, it goes down. You want it to go up and keep going up, but sometimes it goes down, and you got to do a little bit of adjustment and strategies to make it go back up again. That's it, man. Never quit, never give up. It's a marathon, not a sprint. We will catch you next time right here live
Thank you,
from
man.
Goofy's Bar and Grill for Texas Music Radio. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
Let's take a shot.
Yeah, take a shot. Or drink some Merlot, if you will. Yeah. Oh,
Go
listen.
Bengals. Oh, they cut up.
Foosball in overtime over there. Yeah, I would rather see the Bengals go than Kansas City, but no. I'm going to have to listen to Tommy Smokes for 2 weeks now. Oh, you're the best team in the NFL. Oh, put my meat in your mouth.
That is his team.
Yeah, it is, man. It is. He's a crazy old dude, man. Gotta love him to death, though. Tommy Smokes, if you're out in the Canyon Lake area, go stop by over by Stickman's Bait, right off of 2673 on the corner there by Kathy's Resale, and get you some Tommy Smokes barbecue and make his dream come true. His slogan is let me put my meat in your mouth. And it's pretty good. It really is. Yeah, man. I mean, the slogan alone is laughable. I see people in the back there I haven't seen before laughing, so I didn't offend them. I did good. But once again, man, thank everyone for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and JR, thank you so much for being here, and we will catch you next time.